Don't throw away your old or broken microwave, because inside it, there's something that can become an amazing tool. Inside the microwave, there's a key component, this transformer, and that's what we're going to use. A transformer is a device that takes the electricity that comes in and transforms it. It can convert high voltage to low voltage, or the other way around. But before we continue, I have to clarify something important. This video is for educational purposes only. Handling these components can be extremely dangerous. The transformer works with very high voltages, which can cause serious harm or even be lethal. If you're going to try something like this, the first thing is to make sure the equipment is completely unplugged. And not only that, inside the microwave there's also an even more dangerous component, the high voltage capacitor or condenser. This can store more than 2000 volts even days after being unplugged. The transformer is only dangerous when it's connected, but the capacitor can still be charged. That's why, if you're going to do something like this, it's better to use a separate transformer and avoid taking apart a microwave. Now that that's clear, let's continue with the process. The transformer has two windings, the primary and the secondary. The first thing you need to do is completely remove the secondary winding, which is the one on top. You can cut it with a grinder or with a saw, like I'm doing. It's very important not to damage the primary winding. Once it's cut on both sides, you have to remove it completely. Once we've removed the secondary, we're going to cover the metal parts with masking tape. This is to prevent the wire from getting damaged when winding it. You have to do it on both sides so it's well protected. The wire we're going to use is 6 millimeters thick, and you need to use about 6 meters. The color doesn't matter. It's best to secure it well so you can tighten it and make it as snug as possible. Now we wrap the wire, making between 16 and 17 turns or as many as will fit. You can use a screwdriver to make space and add more turns. In my case, I managed to fit 17 turns. Once we have this transformer ready, we need to make another one exactly the same. The color of the wire doesn't matter. In my case, I use black because that's what I had, but it doesn't change anything in how it works. Now I'm going to use a wooden base to mount and secure the two transformers together. The next step is to strip the ends of the wires and connect them together. For the connection to the power supply, the transformers must be in parallel. That is, one terminal to the matching terminal on the other transformer and the second to the second. I made a cable with two plugs to connect them in parallel easily, and on the other end I put a plug. On the other end of the cables we have left, you need to connect a ground clamp and an electrode holder clamp. In my case, I'm using the ground clamp on the black cable, but this doesn't matter, the order isn't important.
Do you want a welding table like mine?
Get yours on my website, gillmetal.com.ar, so you can see that the extension cord I'm going to use does have power. I'm testing it with this portable lamp. Now I'm going to plug in the homemade welder. I start welding, but after a while I smell burnt wire, so I stop welding. As you can see, it does weld, although the arc isn't steady or even, and it's at low amperage. You can also smell burnt plastic, and when I touch the transformers, they're very hot. And I stopped welding a while ago, and they're still hot. As you saw, the welder works and it welds. As an experiment or as a quick fix, it's good, but nowadays there are pretty affordable inverter welders. So it's up to each person to decide if it's worth making it or not. It does work though.